It's Wednesday, the 18th of July, 2012. I'm Alex Jones. Strap yourselves in for another original edition of INFOWARS Nightly News. And by the way, I have decided to join Obama. I will be worshiping Lenin and Kim Jong-il coming up. Stay with us.
Tonight, Alex Jones speaks with Heliofont.com's Louis Lefebvre, the director of the controversial animation that exposes the archetypes of the New World Order. Then, deputies gunned down a man in his own home after knocking on the wrong door. Plus, Obama's birth certificate is without a doubt a fraudulent document, according to Sheriff Joe Arpaio's investigation. All that and more on the INFOWARS Nightly News.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for 17 years, I have believed in liberty and freedom and small government and rugged individualism. But Obama, my president, taught me that entrepreneurs are trash. They didn't build anything. You're a great artist, sports, literature, an auto mechanic, somebody that worked extra hours to be successful. You're the problem. You didn't build anything. Government did. And I realized, it just hit me. Government has done such a great job all over the world. In fact, the bigger the government, the more wonderful things are. So come total state, come. I want to be assimilated now by the corporate Borg. So we're going to take you to a clip of our dear, gracious, wondrous Father Obama, who just provides for us out of the cornucopia of his loins, I guess. And I just want to thank him and, well, go to the gracious leader explaining to us that it's not just the bitter clingers that have Bibles and guns that are the problem. It's these small businesses. So I'm now going to fully put my support behind Obama. You saw my endorsement yesterday. It's up at Infowars.com. But endorsement isn't enough. One must worship the state to truly join with it. Yes. Oh, the moment is coming. Oh, government. Oh, Lenin, Stalin, Mao, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-il.
If you've been successful, you didn't get there on your own. I'm always struck by people who think, well, it must be because I was just so smart. There are a lot of smart people out there. It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. There are a whole bunch of hard-working people out there. If you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life. Somebody helped to create this unbelievable American system that we had that allowed you to thrive. Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. The internet didn't get invented on its own. Government research created the internet, so then all the companies could make money off the internet.
You've just seen our dear leader, our gracious leader, His Excellency, President Barack Obama. That's how he's addressed at the UN. Say that entrepreneurs, people that start businesses, people that write novels, that paint beautiful paintings, you didn't do jack crap. The state did. The state impregnated your mother. The state hung the moon. The state is the arbiter of all that's good. And I've decided to join Team Obama and the other crony capitalists like Mitt Romney, his VP candidate in the Obama campaign. I have decided to get with the program and realize that Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, Julius Caesar, Adolf Hitler, Mao Zedong, Lenin, Stalin, Fidel Castro, Hugo Chavez takes family businesses and gives them to party members and just takes over their property. And I started to realize that that's like really good. That's wonderful. I mean, total government states, once they take over, are so incredible they can't even have factories or electricity or cars that run. I always love the cars in North Korea. Maybe we can pull some of those up behind me here. You know, they have like 57 Chevys and old Lincolns and stuff from the 60s and 70s and 50s. I mean, that's so like retro and cool. I mean, I love the fact that more and more America is like Mexico or North Korea or Nigeria or Eastern Europe, where there's like cops and checkpoints and machine guns and dogs and like internal checkpoints and TSA when you want to fly, and the IRS is saying they won't let you out of the country if they say you owe money. And I began to realize this really is what produces heaven. And that George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, all these people were pieces of trash. I mean, they didn't understand really how beautiful it all was. So I thought I'd put some of my heroes, some of my personal heroes here on screen. Obama, if you know history like I do, it's kind of evil I should be watched than I'm informed and read. I mean, Pol Pot was an authoritarian. There he is. He killed anybody that could even read or write. That was a good move, so I think they should probably get rid of me. But there's Obama. And Obama has, again, said the state is God. Stalin said that. Mao said that. And Kim Jong-un, I mean, what an amazing individual. I mean, just look at that leadership. Power hereditarily given to him. That's the people's government. Because you read the rights and freedoms on paper in North Korea, it's amazing. I mean, they've created a heavenly place where millions die every few years from starvation. And I just thought that I would not, believe in the golden rule anymore, and that I would start worshiping the state, which is the new religion in America and the new way and the new American dream, because Obama said so. So I just want to turn and bow and just thank the total state for everything it's done. I appreciate you, everything you do, and I await the day when it's a total state, and when I am assimilated, I will take all the vaccines, I will deliver my family to the TSA, I will take all the Prozac and things you push at me, and I want to pay 100% taxes, and I worship black uniforms, I worship police dogs, I love everything you do, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all you do. It is truly, you are what makes our world go round, and I want to apologize to you, gods of the state, for ever denying that. So please, I know you'll probably still destroy me and crush me because I'm not worthy of worshiping you properly. And that itself is a great honor. Oh, please, one does not look directly at you. I understand that. Let me avert my eyes. Whew, man, just even staring into those eyes, or I mean, just look at that satisfied look right there. That's a good person. That's a good. Oh, look at. I mean, come on. I mean, the Chinese said he killed 80+ million. Our government says 60+ million. But I mean, come on. I mean, this is the state. I mean, look at that. We've got a collection of cream gravy right there that the people suckle from. And then Pol Pot, funded by our own State Department to kill about 30% of the population over there. So that's basically it. And I think from time to time, we're going to start recognizing the American dream is to have Stalin and Mao merged together in the personage of Obama or whoever else they put in. And so that's what it's all about. So thank you, great leaders. And I'm going to throw it back now to myself. Alex, are you ready? Because you're on, buddy. And remember, be respectful. You're being watched. The NSA is listening, punk. Punk, the new Alex, you promised. Okay, I'm going to trust you. Thank you, Alex. Wow. Now that I've joined Obama and endorsed him, I got a call from the Washington Post today, interview. Perhaps it'll be a positive report about me now that I support total state, that I support merging with the government and all the milk and honey that disgorges from it. All these years, I was a renegade and extremist, a bad person, but now I realize corporate welfare, general welfare, there's no mafias, there's no cliques. I mean, there are, but they're not mafias, they're not cliques, it's not monopoly, crony corruption. It's the worship of Boss Hogg and everything cute and lovable about him, but on steroids. Boss Hogg running giant war machines and drones blowing up wedding parties. I was always repulsed by like Lenin and Hitler and Stalin and Mao and just the crazed look of the soldiers in North Korea when they're oppressing people. But now I realize that that they were just enlightened and filled with the spirit of beauty and creativity. I mean, look at how cool North Korea is. I mean, it's a blessing they can't manufacture any cars on their own and drive 57 Chevys around. I mean, it's like a cool parallel universe, and they sell little dead children in the markets. Vanity Fair even reported, because they for the wealthy to eat. I mean, I think that is like so cool. I mean, the state gives you everything, and in North Korea, about half the population is raised in these slave farms, but freedom farms, and they put the men and women together just to breed and take the children like you take eggs from a hen and send them to other re-education centers so that there's no family. They're even eradicating that. It's beautiful. Oh, God, it's so beautiful. I don't know what's happened. I'm beginning to realize just how wonderful the all state is, the total state. And I agree with the churches that teach Romans 13. All government is God. Government is God. In fact, I forgot to cover this during my worship session. Can you guys bring me the linen bib, please? Please, Rob, do. Be reverent with it. Oh, this is VI linen. I mean, you know, he liberated more than 20 million people, many of them children, who they lined up and shot or starved to death from their evil, kulak, little farming families that didn't want to be communist. I mean, they really tortured and murdered them as well. I just realized it's so good. So I think I'll just do the rest of the show here with this holy bib. And maybe we can bring in a roasted child, and I'll dine on it right here. Because, in China, this is on record. During the Cultural Revolution, when they collectivized the population and 60+ million died in just a few years' spans, the military survived off putting dead bodies in big giant stew pots. And that was the meal for quite a long time. And of course, the delicacy, again, was boiled roasted children. And you thought that was just in Conan the Barbarian, where they have big stew pots. No. So, I mean, there's nothing like a linen bib. It's actually not a linen bib, but these would be hung in all good party members' homes. And when they drop by, in Russian, this says our technology, our food, basically everything is through our loving linen. And, I mean, it is, like Obama told us. Like Obama told us, everything comes from the state. That's why you're successful. When you get up in the morning, when birds tweet, the state did it. That's why I just want to be reverent with this right now. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so good. I love the government and all the special interests that control it, that exempt themselves from our laws through globalism. Will you please put that back in the reverent area we have hanging above the urinals? Thank you. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I think maybe I should do the news tonight from the perspective of an Obama supporter. In fact, let's do that right now for the rest of the evening. First off, national security threat. Obama's birth certificate proven fraudulent. Now, back when I was a terrorist, I went and looked at it, and it said African American and stuff. That wasn't used till the mid-'80s on birth certificates. But just ignore that. It was in all these layers, and the coding was different, and they used fonts that are from popular computer fonts that mimic a typewriter. They were not individual strikes as typewriters. But that doesn't matter now, because just like Winston in 1984 realizes that there is no gravity, 2 + 2 = 20, whatever the state says, I feel like a winner because I love the all state. Again, the all state is my king. So I think Sheriff Arpaio is bad. I think he is an extremist. And I think Joseph Farah is bad to question this. I mean, sure, he now admits his name was really Barry Soetoro and his records are secret. And they'd always, in his own literature from his publicist,